Hello everyone, my name is Sadia Education Wali. I am a student at Rehan College Korangi Campus. Currently, I am enrolled in Teacher Training Boot Camp 1. So today we will talk with ChatGPT. Our topic is how to build self-discipline and stay focused. So let's start. Hello ChatGPT, my name is Sadia Education Wali. So today our topic is how to build self-discipline and stay focused.
Hi, Sadia. I'm really excited to dive into this. Self discipline and focus are such important skills, and I'm happy to walk through practical strategies.
Okay, ChatGPT. So my first question is, what is self-discipline and why is it important for success?
Great question. Self discipline is basically your ability to stay on track with your goals, even when it's tough or boring. And it's super important because it helps you keep going when motivation dips. So basically, it's like a muscle. When you train it, you get better at staying focused, achieving big goals, and resisting distractions. And that's a huge factor in long term success.
Okay, ChatGPT. So my next question is, what is self-discipline different from motivation?
That's a great distinction. So, motivation is more like a spark. It's that initial feeling of excitement or drive you get when you set a goal. Self discipline, on the other hand, is the steady, consistent action that keeps you going even when that spark fades. So, motivation might get you started, but self discipline keeps you on track in the long run.
Okay, ChatGPT. Why do so people struggle to stay disciplined?
Yeah, that's a really common challenge. I mean, often it's because self discipline requires so much repetition and delayed gratification, and we live in a world full of instant distractions. Plus, habits take time to build, and people often don't see immediate rewards. So, without a clear structure or support, it's easy to fall off track.
Okay, ChatGPT. My question is, what are the biggest obstacles to maintaining focus?
Yeah. So some big ones are definitely distractions like your phone, social media, or even just noisy environments. Also, things like fatigue, unclear goals, or even just a lack of routine can really derail focus. The key is figuring out which of those are your biggest triggers and then building a plan to counter them.
Okay, ChatGPT. So, what are the biggest obstacle to maintaining focus?
Yeah, so some of the biggest obstacles tend to be things like digital distractions, like constant notifications, lack of sleep, stress, or even just unclear priorities. If you don't have a solid plan or routine, it's
ChatGPT,
really
what
easy to lose focus.
self-discipline
So
we
it's all about
learn or
managing your
is it
environment and setting
something
clear,
people
achievable
are born
steps.
with? ChatGPT, what are can self-discipline be learned or is it something people are born with?
That's a great point. Boredom is actually a huge obstacle. When a task feels monotonous or unstimulating, it's really easy to zone out. That's why adding variety, setting small milestones, or even just taking short breaks can help you stay engaged and push past that boredom.
How do clear goals help improve discipline and focus? ChatGPT, my question is, how do clear goals help improve discipline and focus?
Ooh, that's a really interesting connection. So, when your goals are really clear, you know exactly what you're working toward, and that gives your actions purpose. You're less likely to get distracted because you see how each step fits into the bigger picture. So, that clarity keeps you aligned, motivated, and ultimately more disciplined.
Okay, so my next question is, what role do habits play in developing self-discipline?
Oh, habits are huge. I mean, once a behavior becomes a habit, it's like second nature. You don't have to rely on willpower every time. So, by building small positive habits, you reduce the mental effort needed to stay disciplined. Basically, habits are like the foundation that supports self discipline.
Okay, ChatGPT. So my next question is, how can students improve their focus while studying?
Yeah, great question. So, students can improve focus by creating a dedicated distraction free study space. They can break study time into focused chunks, like using the Pomodoro technique, and set specific goals for each session. Also, things like minimizing multitasking, staying hydrated, and getting enough sleep all play a big role in keeping focus sharp.
Okay, so ChatGPT, what strategies can professional use to stay productive throughout the day?
Definitely. So professionals often rely on strategies like time blocking. So they schedule specific chunks of time for different tasks and prioritization, like using something like the Eisenhower matrix. They also tend to take short breaks, practice mindfulness, and set clear daily goals. And of course, staying organized, like having a to do list or a digital task manager, helps them stay on track.
Okay, ChatGPT. So my next question is, how does the management contribute to self-discipline?
That's a great connection. So, self management is really about being in control of your own behaviors, emotions, and daily actions. When you manage your time well, set boundaries, and keep track of your progress, you actually reinforce that discipline. Basically, self management gives you the structure to stay consistent, which in turn boosts your self discipline.
Okay, ChatGPT. So my next question is, what is the connection between self-discipline and confidence?
Ooh, they're super connected. So, when you consistently follow through on your commitments, that's self discipline, you start to prove to yourself that you can achieve what you set out to do. And that builds confidence. So, the more disciplined you practice, the more you trust yourself, and that confidence fuels even more discipline.
Okay, ChatGPT. What role does physical health play in stay discipline?
That's a really important one. When you take care of your physical health, so things like regular exercise, proper sleep, and balanced nutrition, you actually have more energy, better focus, and more mental clarity. That helps you stay disciplined because you're not battling fatigue or stress. So, a healthy body really supports a disciplined mind.
Okay, ChatGPT. So my next question is, how can mindfulness or meditation improve concentration?
Yeah, absolutely. So, mindfulness and meditation really train your brain to stay focused. By regularly practicing, you get better at noticing when your mind wanders and gently bringing it back. Over time, that sharpens your focus, reduces stress, and makes it easier to concentrate for longer periods without getting distracted.
Okay, so how can train ourselves to avoid instant gratification?
That's a big one. I think it really comes down to practice and awareness. You can start by reminding yourself of the bigger goal. So when you feel that urge for instant rewards, you pause and reconnect to why you started. Also, setting small immediate rewards for sticking to a task can help. And honestly, the more you choose delayed gratification, the easier it gets to do it in the future.
Okay, so how can someone stay disciplined while work or studying from home?
That's a big challenge. I think one of the best things you can do is set boundaries, like creating a specific workspace separate from your home activities. Try using timers like Pomodoro intervals so you have focused bursts. And also be clear with household members about when you need quiet time. It's all about creating a structure that keeps work and home a bit more separate.
Okay, ChatGPT. So my last question is, what is your final advice for anyone who wants to build self-discipline, stay focused, and achieve long-term success?
Yeah, I'd say start small and be patient with yourself. Set clear, realistic goals, build consistent daily habits, and keep track of your progress, celebrating small wins along the way. And remember, setbacks happen. Just keep coming back to your routine. Over time, that discipline will become second nature, and you'll see success grow from those steady, focused efforts.
Okay, ChatGPT. So thank you so much for your valuable insight. I love this.
You're so welcome. I'm really glad I could help. Take care, and Allah Hafiz.
And thank you so much, all of you, for listening me, for watching me. Allah Hafiz.